Hey, what's up guys, Benny here and welcome back to Xbox On. Whether you're currently waiting for your Xbox Series S or X to arrive, are still making your mind up, or are lucky enough to already have your hands on one, it seems like a good time to dive into the features of these machines that have blown away the Xbox On team during our hands-on, starting with one that's going to be a literal game changer.
Okay, by now you probably know about the next-gen move to solid-state storage, and have probably heard the words Xbox Velocity Architecture. Think of it like this. If the processor is the heart, then Velocity Architecture is the soul of the console. In case you don't know, Xbox Velocity Architecture is made up of 4 main components given to the hardware, software, and firmware improvements working together to bring unprecedented speed for the Xbox Series S and X. But seeing all this in action is a whole other thing. Loading times are cut down to a fraction of what they were. Bad news for that cup of tea you used to make while waiting for a game to fire up. Great news for everything else. And then there's Quick Resume, a feature that can keep your game suspended when you're not playing them, so that if you switch to play something else or even turn off your console, you can jump straight back in where you left off. It works for multiple games at once too, so you can hop around as much as you like.
As good as this might sound, it's even better when you experience it for yourself. You can be playing Gears 5, blasting your way through a war-torn wasteland, and think, you know what? This is getting a bit intense. I think I'd rather just go chill on a sun lounger, and within a few seconds, you're seamlessly there. Give the BPMs a bit of a moment to chill out, and then you can jump straight back into fighting the Locust.
When you start chomping your way through that Game Pass library, then you'll be pleased to hear that downloads will be quicker thanks to some brand new advanced networking hardware in both of the consoles. This means no more hardware restricted caps on your downloads to make sure you're squeezing every last megabit out of your internet connection and, once again, just getting to the games quicker than ever before.
So that's 2 ways that gaming's going to be faster on Xbox Series S and X ticked off. But what about the actual gameplay itself? The good news here is that both the Xbox Series S and X support frame rates all the way up to 120 FPS, double the 60 FPS max of previous generations. This results in a smoother, more immersive experience than ever before. And games are more responsive too, because doubling frame rates halves internal latency, i.e. the gap between your input and the game reacting. And that's just one part of the picture, the controller's doing its part too, with a new feature called dynamic latency input. That means your inputs arrive to the console just before they're needed by the game to make sure that you're always fully in control. And while we're talking latency, we should dig into one of the other technologies that's helping shave those all-important milliseconds off the console's response time.
Who wants to talk cables? Okay, so HDMI 2.1 isn't exactly a feature you're going to notice when you fire up the console, but it is the tech that enables a lot of cool next-gen features that you'll definitely feel the impact of. First off, HDMI 2.1 is able to transmit 4K resolution images at 120Hz, halving frame transmission time from 16.6 milliseconds to a slim 8.3 milliseconds, without having to sacrifice any resolution or image quality. As long as your TV supports 120Hz, it doesn't matter what FPS your current game is running in, you'll still benefit from this latency improvement. It also enables variable refresh rate, a feature that fills in the gaps if games ever miss their frames. So you won't ever feel a slowdown chug, and your TV will automatically switch into low latency mode if it has one. Every Xbox Series X and S comes with an ultra high-speed HDMI cable to make the most of these features. So make sure that's the one you're plugging into the back of your telly on launch day.
And it's not just the visuals that are getting the next-gen treatment. Xbox Series S and X both feature custom audio hardware, taking on all audio processing, so your CPU is free to focus on other stuff. But more importantly, It also enables Spatial Sound, an enhanced audio experience that can place sounds in a 3D space. Think of it like the next level up from surround sound, where you're not only able to hear horizontally around you, but also above and below, which comes in handy when another player is wandering around the floor beneath you in a game of PUBG, for example. If you want spatial sound from your TV, you'll need a home theater setup that supports Dolby Atmos, DTS:X, or Windows Sonic. But you don't need to upgrade to experience this feature because it works with any headphones or headsets you want to plug in.
Okay, now let's move from your ears down to your hands. There are a lot of small improvements to the new Xbox wireless controller, but the one that really sticks out, literally, is the share button. This makes it so much easier to grab a still or a video of what's happening in-game without having to stop the action for a second. Just tap the share button for a screenshot or hold it down to clip the last few seconds of gameplay. To really show off those next-gen visuals, you can set up your Xbox Series X to record in 4K HDR at 60 FPS, or you can choose a lower resolution to grab longer clips. The choice is yours. And once you've got the capture you want, sharing it is even quicker thanks to the new Xbox app. Download the app to your phone and you'll get a notification as soon as your screenshot or clip has uploaded, making it super easy to send on to friends or upload to social. It's never been easier to claim some bragging rights.
But what if you want to give your friends a more close-up look at the next gen? Well, this is where the secret weapon of the Xbox Series S comes into play: its size. This is the smallest Xbox console ever, perfect for, say, sticking on a bookshelf in the background of a Zoom call and no one noticing it. And of course, the stark white and black shapes are guaranteed to look good pretty much wherever you stick it in your home. But vitally, because it's about the height and width of a Jammy Dodgers packet, albeit a lot deeper and with a bit more heft, for the first time you'll be able to chuck your Xbox in a bag and take it with you. Perfect for leveling up your next couch co-op session, round of friends, or taking your favorite games on your next trip. Hotel room TVs the world over are about to get a real treat. But this isn't the only way that Xbox Series S and X are making next-gen gaming more portable. Enter the Xbox Storage expansion card, which squeezes an extra terabyte of room into a tiny card that you can fit inside your palm. So you can take your latest game round of friends, plug it in, and get playing straight away without having to bother with massive downloads. And best of all, because the expansion card is based on the same SSD architecture as the console itself, it's got all the same fast loading, quick resuming benefits as playing games off the internal drive. There's a USB port, so you're totally free to connect up any other external hard drive or SSD to your new console, but you'll only get these perks for stuff that's stored on an expansion card.
Okay, it's time to talk games. Series S and X are launching with a library of literally thousands of games to play right on day one. And that's mostly thanks to Xbox's incredible commitment to backwards compatibility. You can play games from every Xbox system on your new console. There are nearly 600 back-compat games to enjoy from the original Xbox and 360, plus every single Xbox One game, minus a couple that required Kinect functionality. And with support for higher resolutions and frame rates, plus extra boosts like auto HDR for more realistic colors and lighting, anisotropic filtering for enhanced textures, and those ridiculously quick loading times, well, these games have never looked or played so good. That commitment to compatibility even extends to accessories. If you've got a controller, wheel, an accessibility controller, headset, or any officially licensed peripheral that works with your Xbox One, you will be able to use it on the Xbox Series S and X, no problems.
And while we're talking compatibility, there's one final feature of Xbox Series S and X we absolutely have to talk about: smart delivery. If you own an Xbox One game that's not just compatible with the new consoles, but optimized for them, meaning the developers have done extra work to create a version with next-gen features, you'll get access to that version absolutely free. So say you bought Gears 5 on Xbox One when it came out last year. Good shout, by the way. If you fire it up on a series console, you'll automatically get the optimized version, which uses better textures and effects with higher frame rates and even ray traced lighting to make one of this generation's prettiest games feel brand new all over again. Oh, and all your saves, progress, and in-game purchases will carry right over to the next gen, no problem. This goes for games and upgrades that aren't even out yet. Buy Cyberpunk 2077 this December, or anytime you like, and when the Xbox Series S and X upgrade is ready next year, it's yours completely free. So even if you're not getting a next-gen console just yet, or say you're hoping for one this Christmas, you can buy new releases safe in the knowledge that when your next-gen machine comes down the chimney, you'll be able to move across and play the very best version.
So that should give you a pretty good look of why we've been so impressed by the Xbox Series S and X in the last few weeks. We can't wait for you to join us, so feel free to drop by again once you've got into your new console and let us know what your favourite features are. In the meantime, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed and have rung the notification bell to stay up to date with all our latest videos. It's next gen launch season, so you better believe we got some bangers coming down the pipe. We'll see you next time. Bye!